Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally with LearnerNet.com, and if you're watching this video, you probably want to know if Siteground is safe, secure to use or create websites online. And for this reason, I wanted to create this video to talk to you guys a little bit more about my personal experience with Siteground. It's been 14 months to date as of the time of this video, and I just wanted to give you guys some feedback about them. If you guys are new to this channel, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button right below. That way, any future videos, guys, that I put up, you'll be sure to receive them. So, many people want to know, is SiteGround safe or not to use? And this is a really, really good question to, have answered before you get started, with them. This question comes up, obviously because in the past, other web hosting companies have had, perhaps data breaches or even power outages, some of which I'm going to talk about today. And if you're thinking about those or some personal experiences you've probably had in the past and you're thinking about migrating over to SiteGround or just, starting a very new, website with them, you're concerned about this very security issue. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to talk to you more about SiteGround. What is it that they offer? There are mainly four things that I want to focus in on. Obviously, primarily security that this video is kind of centered around. I want to talk about costs, customer service, and obviously uptime, all of which are intertwined with the customer, experience that, all of us expect with any web hosting provider online. So if you guys don't know too much about me, I've been online for several years. And, obviously I'm reviewing, SiteGround. I've tested and tried several different web hosting companies. And my findings are, on my blog. And so this post that's up, just released it on March, 19, just goes through my personal experience that I'm sharing with you guys, using SiteGround. So, in the past, I mentioned, about there are different web hosting companies that have experienced either data breaches or power outages and things of that nature. And, frankly, the era that we're in, you hear more about like cyber attacks and hackers and malware and websites being, destroyed or taken over. And it's just something that really concerns people, security. I think that when you get started with a web hosting company, if there aren't certain security measures that are in place from the very beginning, then that's something to be concerned about. There are a lot of SiteGround, competitors out there. Mochahost, A2 Hosting, DreamHost, HostMonster, Bluehost, HostGator, Presidium, WPX Hosting, Kinsta, Namecheap. I mean, I could go on and on and on about different web hosting providers that are out there. But, what is it that really sets SiteGround apart, from them? Are they really safe to use? Are they really secure? Are they better than their competitors that I just mentioned? I want to give you an eye at Wikipedia. I was looking up different web hosting companies, and in the past, you can see obviously in 2007, it mentions Rackspace's power was cut when a truck hit an electrical transformer. That was a power outage. Obviously affected several of their customers. It says here that this, power outage, it cost $3.5 million in refunds. So they had to refund their customers. So it affected millions of their customers. You think about even GoDaddy, a common web hosting provider is probably like the number one in domain, registering domains. I mean, they don't have great web hosting by any means, but everybody knows GoDaddy, for their domain sales and things of that nature. But they too, it says here that they experienced a prolonged outage after one of their own software updates went wrong. Of course, that affected millions of customers of them. I was thinking also about even Namecheap. Namecheap is, primarily known for cheap domain sales. 2018, they were affected also by a brief, power outage that affected, some of their customers. They fixed the problem, very quickly, which is great. responded to the problem. They took responsibility for it. But again, that was another power outage that affected customers. So again, I mean, you think about issues like this with web hosting outages and data breaches that affect, their customers. Obviously you want to know, is SiteGround secure? If I get started with SiteGround today, will all of my information be secure? Will I have to worry about a power outage, with SiteGround, or the servers going down or being affected or damaged or what have you, or hacked into? Do I have to worry about that? Well, I did some research and just putting together my personal experience, with SiteGround itself. Of course, you guys can check out this post. I'll link to it right below in this video itself, or go over different aspects of SiteGround's web hosting itself, and what reassures me that this is a very secure platform. About 14 months being with them, never had any issues, with their web hosting itself. And I guarantee that, once you get started, you'll also be happy, with their services as well. One of the things that I wanted to mention about SiteGround is that they have 24/7 human security with their web service. This is important, because they've set up like man traps, bulletproof lobbies, and video surveillance, 24/7 manpower that's, watching or monitoring, I should say, 24/7 their servers. They have 5 data centers globally, all of which are under video surveillance, bulletproof lobbies, as I mentioned before, as well as other measures that SiteGround has taken to, secure their servers itself. Another great thing that, SiteGround does that many of its competitors don't do is that they issue out SSL certificates for websites. Now, we all know that Google made an announcement 2018 about the importance of having SSL certificates on their websites. And, the really cool thing is that they've been taking measures to provide these, SSL certificates on websites. You do get them for free. You can see write-ups all across the web about it. SiteGround is one of few web hosting companies that gives free SSL certificates. I have online right now 12 websites that I've created with SiteGround's Grow Big plan itself. That one does allow, to create multiple websites itself. So, I do have SSL certificates on those, and, I'm greatly appreciative that SiteGround gives them. Another cool thing that I really love about SiteGround that helps to keep everything safe and secure is their SiteGround scanner. Now, what it is each and every week, SiteGround will send you a report of all of your websites that you host with them. And what they'll do is they scan these websites each and every day to scan to protect your website from like malware, cyber intruders. They block spam. It's just an amazing scanner that they have in place that I really, really enjoy. It's a plugin that only SiteGround has. It's installed, once you, SiteGround is actually going to install WordPress for you on your domain when you get started today with them. And with that, this particular plugin will be already, installed on your WordPress cPanel. So with that, you can rest assured that each and every day, 24/7, they're conducting these scans to block spam and malware. So, of course, make sure your websites are secure. So those are some things that I really, really appreciate about, SiteGround itself. There are a lot of, web hosting competitors that they have out there. But I think SiteGround has something very unique when it comes to, again, taking measures for protecting people's websites. SiteGround has over 2 million customers that, host with their platform itself. As for the web hosting, I mentioned that in part that I have the Grow Big plan. I have that one only because it allows me to create unlimited websites. That's really what I wanted when I got started with them, that capability. The GoGeek does that too, but it comes with more features and supports high volume, websites, like up to 100,000 in visits as well. But if you're getting started with your very first website, guys, rest assured that SiteGround is 100% secure. They have measures in place. They've never suffered any attacks, breaches, power outages, things of that nature. If you're getting started with your very first website, I recommend just getting started with the startup plan. I will include a link below that will give you a discount on your web hosting for whichever package that you decide is best for you. But if you're a beginner, I recommend getting started with the startup plan itself. SiteGround does have free site migrations. If you want to migrate your website over today, it's free to do it. They have a really cool plugin that you will install on the website that you want to migrate over to SiteGround, and you create a token that you'll use to be able to move your website. It's really quick, easy. I think it takes all of the frustration out of the normal way of moving, websites. Websites like Trustpilot.com inform on several different, hundreds of different web hosting providers out there. SiteGround has 5 stars across the board. So they have extremely great customer service, guys. They're really, really affordable for all pockets. SiteGround has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you decide that this is not for you, ask for your money back, 100% money-back guarantee. I've been with SiteGround, as I mentioned before, for 14 months as of the time of this video. I've been extremely happy with their web hosting services, guys, and I know that no doubt when you guys get started, with them, you'll be extremely happy with their services as well. Most people get started with their shared web hosting. They do have managed as well, if you're looking for that, as well as cloud-based web hosting itself. And so I really, really like their web hosting services. They have great uptime on their web hosting, and I know you guys will be extremely happy, with their services. So if you guys want to check out this blog post that I have here, just goes into more detail, and you'll find a link there where you can get started with SiteGround today. All right, guys, so I just wanted to talk with you guys briefly about SiteGround's web hosting and answer this question that many have been asking, is SiteGround safe? They're 100% safe. I think you should get started with them today. You'll be extremely pleased with their services, okay? All right, guys, that's it for this video. Again, if you're new to this channel, subscribe to it right now. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what you heard. If you have any questions at all about SiteGround's web hosting, their cPanel, or just something that wasn't answered in this video, feel free to drop your comments down below, okay, guys? All right, thanks for watching this video. Get started using links below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.